right here, we got, I think it's 46 Xbox One exclusives. And what we're going to do is we're going to rate every single one of these bastards. I'm curious to see what we rate them as. Because, you know, there's a lot of good games here, man. When I was going through Xbox One, I really started to see how many solid experiences was on the brand. So we're going to go through these, man. We're going to go through these. Where's Dance Central? Stop it. All right, so let's start with, I guess we'll go from top to bottom. Halo 5. Where was Halo 5? What do you guys think, man? You know, I want to put it as an A because I think Halo 5 was always a good experience, but I do think it had so many issues I can understand why it can't be an S. It might even be a B, like a B+. But I want to put it in A because I think it had some skips on the single player aspect, but I don't think it was a bad game. I think that it's definitely a solid experience. That's why I want to give it a B or an A. You know, I think I'm going to give it an A because I do think the multiplayer, I enjoyed the multiplayer of Halo Infinite, Halo 5, more than I enjoyed like Halo 4. Halo Infinite's fun too, but I would actually say I actually enjoyed Halo 5's more multiplayer more than Halo Infinite. It doesn't say Halo Infinite is a bad experience because I'm not saying that. I really enjoy Halo Infinite, but you know there were certain aspects that I really enjoyed on Halo 5. Gears 5, I'm giving. I want to give this an S. I really enjoyed Gears 5. I know a lot of people didn't like this game for a variety of reasons, but I felt like this was a solid experience. I really did. I do feel like an A is fair. I do feel like an A is fair. You know, when it comes to like exclusives, Halo 5 was definitely one of, you know, the better exclusives for sure. All right, so Gears 4, I'm going to say Gears 4 is a B. I like Gears 5 way more than I like Gears 4. I thought it was a fun experience. I think they did a really good job building Kate up in this game. But I do feel like Gears 5 was a way better experience than Gears 4. You know, I think there's a lot of reasons why people like the old franchise more than the newer franchise. But even if you don't like Gears 4, Gears 5, I think you can at least agree that the Coalition is doing better adapting Gears in the new generation than 343 is with Halo. Scream Ride was fun. I'm going to give that a C. I actually want to give it a B. Scream Ride had a lot of good aspects to it. You know, they had a lot of good modes you could do to it. They had that free play mode. They had a lot of stuff that I would really recommend people. It was a really fun experience. Master Chief Collection. All right, let me think here. Let me think. Part of me wants to give the Master Chief Collection an A or an S. Part of me does. But then the other part of me is like, this game came out busted for years. Even though the final product is amazing and I love it, can we act like the other years didn't exist? You know what? I'm going to say an S. I'm going to say at launch it was a D. Maybe even below a D. But I'm going to say after they fixed everything, after they got everything working correctly, Master Chief Collection is the first S that Xbox had in a while, which isn't really fair because they're getting a lot of the clout that they got from, you know, the original 360 games and the original Halo games. So it's not really a fair comparison, but I would say it's an S-type game. Dead Rising 4 was a C. I really enjoyed the Dead Rising franchise, but 4 didn't really captivate me too much. I didn't really enjoy it as much. Maybe it's because it was a single player game. It wasn't a multiplayer game. I don't know. But I didn't like it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I did not like it. I thought it was underwhelming. I thought, Dead Rising 3 was vastly better than it. Now, is it everything? No. There's some things Gears 4 did better. I mean, not Gears 4. Dead Rising 4 did better than 3. State of Decay 2, that's a C. I really enjoy State of Decay. I do. But I think the lack of like a campaign, the lack of direction in the game, I think really hurt it. So that's why I'm picking that game. Rare Replay, I think that's an A. Because it's Rare Replay. It might even be an S. You got so much value for Rare Replay. It might even be an S. I don't know. Rare Replay had the Banjo-Kazooies on there. It had so much potential. So I think is an A. Gears of War Ultimate. We'll give that an A too. I feel like that was a fun experience. They did enough to make me interested. I remember when that game came out, I was making content at the time. I do feel, people don't know, I've been making content since like 2014. Got a lot down, man. A lot down. Got Ori, and I think this is Will o' the Wisp. This is an S-rated game. Ori is one of the best games on Xbox. Ori's a phenomenal game, and Microsoft really, really should have snatched this one up. They really should have. I think Ori, Will o' the Wisp 2. Now, I think, I think Forest is an A. But I think Will o' the Wisp is definitely an S tier game. It's a fun game, great platformer, great boss fights. It's the whole thing, man. The whole thing. Voodoo Vince, I didn't really like Voodoo Vince. This was actually fun. We got the Spartan Assault game. I'm going to give that a B. That was actually like a fun little, stick shooter. Wasn't the greatest, but it was a fun game. Halo Infinite. It's like I said, I probably give that a, like right now, it's probably an A. But if you were on Xbox One, because my cousin played it on Xbox, it didn't run the greatest. I'd say it's a B. Project Spark. I forgot about Project Spark. Yeah, Titanfall's on here. Right here. Here's Titanfall. Tell Me Why. I didn't like Tell Me Why. Crackdown 3. Don't hate me. Okay, Chad, don't hate me. You are not allowed to hate me for my opinion right now. But I'm going to say Crackdown is a B game. Crackdown's a fun game. And I'm very upset that they went above and beyond to try to make this game more than it should have been. Crackdown should have been just a single player game with co-op features. And that's all. But they try to do this, everything's destructible. And I feel like a lot of the money went into that, trying to create that illusion or what they promised. And I feel like they weren't able to really evolve what Crackdown was. Crackdown was a fun game. I really enjoyed the single player. It's just that multiplayer, man. If they would have got rid of that multiplayer and focused all the development on the single player, I really think this game could have been an A if they would have actually put more time into it. I remember this golf game. I didn't really like it too much. Killer Instinct, I got to give it a C. Even though I don't play fighters, it was very flashy. And it was an Xbox. It was an Xbox launch title, if I remember correctly, or came out like right after the Xbox launch title. And to me, it's interesting that they were able to captivate me from a head-to-head fighter. Keep in mind, this is my list. I don't like head-to-head fighters, but it was flashy enough to keep my interest. Super Lucky Tales, I didn't like that game. I didn't like it at all. You know, even Forza 7, not really. Not really, you know, this recent Motorsports I actually tried. I did play those older ones, but it wasn't really a lot. But when I played this, you know, it is what it is. See, that's what I'm saying, Nintendo Dawn. That this is my personal one. I don't really care too much for head-to-head fighters, but it's like I said, it was flashy enough to make me play it. I did play it. I probably have like 5-10 hours in it. Because every now and then I'd go back to Killer Instinct for no reason and play it. Starfield's an A game. You know, normally I wasn't going to use Starfield, but I felt like there were certain games that I couldn't leave off this list. And Starfield and Halo Infinite were one of them, because I felt like those were so iconic to the brand that I couldn't not do it. And I guess you could count Halo Infinite because, oh no, it was supposed to come out with the Xbox Series X. It didn't. But those are the only two exceptions I made. Horizon, I'm going to give all the Horizons a B because I really enjoyed them. Actually, I might give 3 an A. 3 hit different than the other ones. I think it's because it's like the first type of game like that I played. But normally I wouldn't play stuff like that. But I don't know. I can't front, guys. Forza Horizon 3 was a fun game. I remember that airport. Me and Kid Smooth would buy cars and drag race on that airport. Yes, I know. People were upset with me in the chat. I know. It's okay. It's fine. Cuphead's an S-tier game. Ooh, I know you guys are going to be mad on that one. I can't help it. I liked Cuphead. Cuphead was fun. Cuphead had amazing boss fights. I enjoyed it to that degree. I can't help it. It was a fun game. You know what? If you guys will leave me alone, I will put the other Forzas in an A because I think the only reason I wanted to give 3 a higher rating is because it was more nostalgic reasons. But yes, I'll give them all an A because they are A games. Halo Wars 2. That's an A for me too. Halo Wars 2 was a phenomenal game. It was a great game. It's a damn shame they ain't making another one. If you guys think Atriox was dominant in Halo Infinite, play Halo Wars 2. Play Halo Wars 2. You know, phenomenal game. And I've reconsidered. I'm bringing Halo Infinite up to an A. Because to me, I don't feel right having that next to Gears 4. Halo Infinite's definitely a better game than that. Bleeding Edge is a B. Now look. Before you're going in the chat attacking me, I really enjoyed Bleeding Edge. I got a lot of time in Bleeding Edge. I put a lot of time in Bleeding Edge. It's because Bleeding Edge it was different. And you know, even though Bleeding Edge is one of those games that you're ashamed to like. It's one of those games that like all your friends make fun of you for playing. And a lot of people made fun of me for playing Bleeding Edge. But I couldn't help it. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun game. It had a lot of aspects that I know a lot of people didn't like. But at the end of the day, man, it was just fun. And I think people don't look at fun anymore. It's got to do something different or keep you in there for hours and hours at a time. It was just fun. Crimson Dragon was a little fun too. I'm going to give it a C. because it was just like a little indie game that came out when the Xbox came out. But I enjoyed that game, like getting different dragons and stuff. I think that was a solid experience, and I would recommend you guys trying it out. I'm here with you guys. Phantom Dust. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, it's a D. You know, obviously, I think that game was supposed to be bigger than it turned out to be, but it's a B for me. Sea of Thieves. King will kill me if he finds out. Got to give you my knees again, King. I underestimated Sea of Thieves. You know, I used to say Xbox didn't get any like flagship titles during the Xbox One generation. I would consider Sea of Thieves a flagship title. I would consider Sea of Thieves a flagship title. It was a great game, you know, and I play it with friends. I think Sea of Thieves is one of those games that you can really enjoy. Now, if you're not playing it with friends, it's a D. If you're not playing Sea of Thieves with friends, it is a D-rated game, because this game is the definition defined for playing with friends. Don't play this game with no friends. I don't play the fours. This game was okay. The Max game, you know, I think that's a good B. They can come at me, man. I like Sea of Thieves. This is just my personal list. Now, just because Ori and them are in the same thing doesn't mean that one's better than the other. You know, I would consider the Ori games better than Sea of Thieves, but it's not like I have an S minus, an S plus. It just, they're all S's. Obviously, you know, I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to give it an S. Ori's definitely a phenomenal game. I think both of them deserve to be on that S list. Tomb Raider. Chat, where should I put Tomb Raider? Where should I put Tomb Raider? I'm conflicted. I don't know where to put it. Where should I put it? Part of me likes Tomb Raider, but I ain't beat one of them. I think I beat the definitive edition, like the old Tomb Raider. I do think I beat that. Tomb Raider is an A game. It's an A. I didn't really like that game. Dead Rising 3. That's Zoo Typhoon I put in D, by the way. Dead Rising 3. I want to give this an S. I personally enjoy Dead Rising 3. But I can see why people would say it's an A. And come to think of it, like saying it out loud, Addict, you out your mind. It's an A game. It's not an S game. Dead Rising 3 is a phenomenal, fun game. And to me, I personally feel like we need another one. I do. Dead Rising 3 was so fun. And I think you guys know I'm right. All right, so let's see. Let's see here. Rise, Son of Rome. Where do I put Rise? Where do I put Rise, Son of Rome? I think that's another A game. Rise, Son of Rome was a fun game. And I really feel like it had so much potential if it got a sequel. I really do. I feel like it got so much potential if it got a sequel. It's unfortunate it didn't. Sunset Overdrive to me, I'm sorry, folks, is a B. B, definitely a B. I don't got no issue with Sunset Overdrive. I just didn't like it that much. Like, I thought it was a solid game, solid experience, kind of like how I would feel like Crackdown and Gears of War 4. But as far as like being up there, I don't think I can give it an A. I'm gonna be real with you, chat. Grounded. You know what? I gotta give Grounded an A. Grounded is a fun experience, and I know a lot of people don't like Grounded because of a lot of different, aspects, and rightfully so. I can understand that. But Grounded was fun to me. Ground, Cognito, Solve. We played it. We've had a couple experiences with it. I played Ground with a variety of people, and it's always fun. I'm putting that there. I don't care about the Rush game. Quantum Break. One of the few Xbox exclusives that I dropped. I own the game. Just never beat it. But where would I put it? The fact that I dropped it should be a D, but I think Quantum Break is better. D's not really meant like the games are bad or anything. It's just they're not my type of games. It really starts with C. I'd give Quantum Break I want to give Quantum Break a B because I do think there was so much potential, but I can't. I got to give it a C. Like I couldn't get on it, man. And I know the chat's gonna be upset with that. I know you're gonna put in the comments section. I know people are gonna be upset. I just did not like the game that much. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Thought it was a fun experience, but I felt like Quantum Break, if they went back and did it, I feel like Quantum Break, and they fixed some of the issues, Quantum Break would easily be one of those, what's what I'm looking for? It's like that game, that Sony template. I feel like they could really do that. You should go back and finish Quantum. I try, man. To be honest with you guys, to be 100%, I don't remember much of Quantum Break anymore. It's been years since I played that. I really should go back and play Rise too. I've been thinking about opening up a Kick account or another YouTube channel and stream. I don't know. We'll see. Recore. You guys are going to be upset with me. I know you're going to be upset. That's fine. I'm giving Recore an A. I love Recore. I know you guys are about to hate me. I know people are going to tweet this. Yes, I consider Recore a better game than Quantum Break. Yes, I consider Recore a better game than Sunset Overdrive. Yes, I consider it a better game than Gears of War 4. That's just my opinion on the matter. I had so much fun playing Recore. I had a lot of fun. I really hoped they would make a sequel to that game. Because I felt like a different studio, some money behind it, and we would get like a solid experience, guys. A solid experience. But we didn't. Recore got that like definitive edition, but that was it. And I felt like there is not much better platforming than Recore. There's certain areas in Recore that has some of the hardest platforming I've ever done. Flight Simulator, not my type of game. Loco, I didn't really like that game either. Battletoads was okay. I played it a little bit. I didn't like this game either. Yes, I just went through like 4 at the same time because it was all the games I didn't really play too much. Flight Simulator, I respect what it is. It's just not my type of game. I can't remember this game. Oh, Loco Cycle. A lot of people like that. I didn't. A lot of people like that. I didn't. The last game on the list is the one, the only Titanfall. Kind of curious where you guys think Titanfall going to be. Kind of curious. Titanfall is a C. Titanfall is a C, man. I'm sorry to break it to you. Titanfall is definitely an S, right? I had to mess with you. Okay? I had to mess with you. Titanfall is one of the best first-person shooters I've played in a long, 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 long time. And it's a shame that Titanfall 2 wasn't what it could have been. Titanfall 2 was a good game, Titanfall, the amount of fun that I had playing Titanfall, the original Titanfall, was mind-blowing. And I really, really enjoyed it. It is what it is at this point, man. It is what it is. You know, I think if you said Titanfall was an A, I'd respect it. But I don't think it's anything below an A. Titanfall is a phenomenal game. But, you know, what I want to do is I want to, you know, thank everyone. You know, this is a solid experience. We got a lot of good games here, a lot of good stuff to play. None of these games were particularly bad. I think I enjoyed, for the most part, all of these games. Besides Dead Rising 4. I don't know why. I played it and it was fun, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as I usually enjoy these Dead Rising games. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and slide this through, man. You know, appreciate everyone coming through. Definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. Always supportive. And, you know, subscribe to the channel. I'll make weekly content. We out of here. Peace.